Hey guys, what is up? It is me, the Chosen One, back at you again with another video. Hope you guys are having a good day. And today I'm here to answer the question, will Valve ever improve VAC? So a lot of people always have this question. They always ask, will Valve ever improve VAC? And I'm going to try to answer that a little bit for you guys out there asking that question. So VAC is Valve's anti-cheat and the one that they use on almost all of their games, including Gary's mod and CSGO. And a lot of people have said it's lackluster. It's been around for a while. People have figured out ways to get around it. It's always being improved, but a lot of people always ask, will it ever be improved to the point where the game really won't have cheaters? So CSGO has gotten so bad with cheaters that there have been third-party services such as csgo, Faceit, and ESEA. ESEA personally being the best in my opinion when it comes to anti-cheat, and what these services do is they make it so you can play CSGO, but they're more hardcore on bans because there's less of a community there, so they're easily able to ban more people. Also, the anti-cheat is a little bit more intrusive on ESEA, meaning it has a little bit more access to your computer than Valve would with VAC. So Valve wouldn't actually, make VAC more intrusive because it turns a lot of people off. What we've seen in ESEA is actually that they had a Bitcoin miner going on ESEA and they got in a lot of trouble for it. And from what I understand, that is no longer the case. You shouldn't be getting Bitcoins mined on your computer on ESEA anymore, but it was a huge scandal back in the day. And I think that Valve, when they see this, they go, yeah, we don't really want to make a more intrusive anti-cheat because people are then therefore going to question, what are we doing with it, yada, yada, yada. I don't think we have to worry about Valve mining Bitcoins from you because they're $1 million company and they don't really need to do that. So it doesn't really make any sense for them to, mine Bitcoins, but a lot of people just like their privacy and they wouldn't want a more intrusive anti-cheat, and it would actually turn some people off of the game. I know the more hardcore audience would want a more intrusive anti-cheat and they probably wouldn't really give a fuck, but the more casual person and the person that Valve wants to introduce to the game probably might be a little bit turned off when they hear that Valve has this much access to your computer. So ESEA is better because it has a more intrusive anti-cheat, but it's also better in the way that there isn't nearly as many people playing. So at any given time on CSGO, hundreds of thousands of players can be playing, and it can be hard to find each and every one that's cheating. While on ESEA you have thousands and thousands of players, and it's a lot easier to go through on an individual basis, and it's a lot easier because the community comes together and normally points out people who are cheating, and the mods look into it and they ban people. You can't really do that with hundreds of thousands of people because it would just take up way too much time, and it just wouldn't be reasonable for Valve to do that. Also, you have to take into account the fact that Valve has, been making a lot of money off of CSGO. It doesn't really make sense for them to improve VAC because people are still playing the game the way it is. It would cost a lot of money to improve VAC, and guess what would happen if they ended up improving it? All that would happen is coders would find a way around it, and you could realistically take them years to, improve VAC. They could take all this time, and it would probably take, hackers or cheaters, whatever the fuck you want to call them, it would probably take them about a month, and they would probably get away around it, if not sooner. I'm not really too sure, but it would take them in no time to probably get around this, because you can almost get around any anti-cheat. It's very easy to cheat in games, but it's really hard to create a really solid anti-cheat, that people can't get around. I don't see Valve putting money into something that is going to get bypassed within a few weeks, and also it just doesn't make sense for them to put all this money into the game because everyone is still playing the game. A lot of people might complain about cheaters and they might complain about a lot of things about CSGO, but the end of the line really is a lot of people are still playing the game. A lot of people are still playing CSGO, so Valve isn't really too concerned about it. They're still making a fuck ton of money off of CSGO, and there's really no reason to improve VAC when you're making so much money, because literally all you're doing is you're probably putting in a lot of money to, improve VAC, and you're really not seeing anything in return, while otherwise you could just not improve VAC and people are still going to spend money on the game and people are still going to buy the game, and the game is most likely still going to be successful. The only way I see Valve improving VAC is if the numbers in CSGO drop significantly because of cheaters, and I honestly don't see that happening. I know a lot of people complain about cheaters, but I honestly don't see it hurting a large majority of the player base. I see a lot of those players joining ESEA or Faceit or csgo rather than going to just stop playing the game completely. But those are just my opinions. Tell me what you guys think in the comments down below. Do you guys think Valve will ever improve VAC? Personally, I'm a little bit skeptical. I don't think it's ever really going to be improved. I think if you're gonna want to have to play where you're not playing with cheaters, you're gonna have to go to a service like ESEA, csgo, or Faceit. But like I said, those are just my opinions. Tell me yours in the comments down below, and if you enjoyed this video, how about you hit that like button, and if you dislike this video for some odd reason, how about you hit that dislike button, and if you're new, how about you subscribe? But yeah guys, this has been the Chosen One Inc., and as always, peace out.
Hey, I only show affection when I get an erection. I got bitches in the city tryna get in my section. I got niggas in the cut and they took lethal weapons. Boto hits you so hard. think that it's tech.